Hey, what's up guys, it's Trainer Clayton here today with another one of my VGC 2017 guides. Today I'm going to be doing Tapu Lele, which is one of the other Tapu Pokemon from Pokemon Sun and Moon. You can get these in either game, it's not an exclusive like Celestia or Kartana. It has the ability Psychic Surge, which brings up Psychic Terrain, which, as you can see right here, prevents priority moves being used and increases the power of Psychic type attacks. So, yeah. We have Tapu Lele. Its second ability is Telepathy, but that's not accessible right now. And yeah, so we have Tapu Lele. Really, really good special attack if you look at its stats. 130. Really good special defense as well. Its speed is okay. Its defense is not that good, and its attack is not that good. And its HP is really low, like the other Tapu Pokemon, aside from Tapu Bulu. So, what do we see from this Pokemon on the weakness scale? So it's weak to Poison, Ghost, and Steel, which you could solve by using one of its partner Pokemon that I will be showing in this later this episode. And the reason I didn't do that for Tapu Fini, which was my last guide, was because I haven't really tested Tapu Fini. I just thought what I thought would be good moveset wise, and I didn't really test it on a team, so I don't really know what it pairs good with. And you could just go completely on type synergy and other stuff like that. However, I didn't want to do that. I wanted to do it that actually has some sort of synergy with the moves or abilities, not just the types. So, yeah, we took Ghost, Poison, and Steel. And Poison and Steel are easily covered by ground types, and Ghost type is covered by Dark and other Ghost types. So, yeah, those are the stats and weaknesses. We don't need to know about any of this. Looking at his moveset, Moonblast, Psychic, wherever Psychic is, somewhere over here. What else? We have Psyshock, which could be okay. Nature's Madness, Extrasensory. We have Psychic, Shadow Ball, Energy Ball. I don't know. Some weather moves. We have Sunny Day. I'm sure Rain Dance is on here somewhere. Nope. Man, I do not know Tapu Lele's moveset. But yeah, Thunderbolt is actually really interesting as well. And as I said, Energy Ball, Focus Blast could be an option. But other than that, I don't really see too many moves. There's always going to be like those set 3 moves. Oh, Dazzling Gleam as well, right here. And yeah, other than that, those are the really only good moves that interest me. So here I made 4 sets for Tapu Lele. One of them's an aggro orb, one of them's Scarf, one of them's kind of bulky, and the other one's just a complete glass cannon. So we're going to go over the aggro orb set first. It's Life Orb, of course, with Psychic Surge. Moveset, Psychic, Protect, Moonblast, and Dazzling Gleam. Now, the reason I did this first is because I feel like it's the best set, and I feel like that's what's going to be mainly used. And I'm going to cover these 2 Pokemon up because they're actual partners for Tapu Lele. So I'm going to cover them up and show them later. So the reason for the CV spread is because max special attack plus nature, like modest, because we don't really need attack, is super good because we're hitting 200 special attack, which is amazing. And in Psychic Surge, it just does so much damage. And HP, because I don't really want to invest in speed on, because the speed tiers are fairly low. They're only really, really fast Pokemon you have to worry about is Tapu Koko. And then there's always Lilligant in the Sun, and anything else with Chlorophyll. But everyone's trying to counter Trick Room by running their own slow Pokemon, so I don't feel like it's necessary to invest in speed when it can already outspeed a lot of the counter Trick Room Pokemon. And this could be counter Trick Room himself, because it does get quite a bit of bulk and HP if you max out the EV. And then we also run +4 EV in defense because we want to make sure, because his physical defense is worst stat, so we need to kind of cover for that. And his HP also helps. So all my calcs were with this because I didn't really feel like these other three sets were necessary. They're just kind of other things that you might want to worry about. You can do the calcs yourself. Just go to jake-white.github.io/VGC-damage-calculator/. So, and I'll also leave that in the description. I did that last video, all the references I used. So, yeah, we're going to check out the calcs. First up, we got against Tapu Bulu. This is a Psychic and Psychic Terrain to Tapu Lele, 87.5 chance to Oko. If we don't Oko, that would be really, really unfortunate because, it's not even a 3% chance to knock out, 2.5% chance to not knock out, and just would hammer in return. If it's a max roll, then it will knock out after Life Orb damage, which really, really sucks. So we're kind of banking on RNG to kill it, but there's not too much RNG involved. It's most of the time going to be an Oko. And that's the Psychic Terrain, Grassy Terrain. It's 2-hit KO, but Wood Hammer. It wouldn't really matter because Wood Hammer is just going to completely annihilate us. So yeah, that was against Tapu Lele. This next one is against Tapu Koko. And in Electric Terrain, Moonblast still Okos, and we're able to take any of its moves that are special. Even if we go to, let's see, Tapu Koko. Even if we go to the Mix Attacker, it's Max Attack Wild Charge in Electric Terrain. It does knock out, but in Psychic Terrain, it doesn't, and the Psychic's just completely going nuts. So, yeah. And that's why I wasn't too worried about Tapu Koko. I don't feel like we're going to be seeing too many physical sets or even mixed sets. I feel like it's going to be mainly special because that's where it gets most of its fairy moves. I don't think any of the Tapu Pokemon get play rough, so I know Tapu Lele doesn't, so I wouldn't assume that any other Tapu Pokemon get it, because also Tapu Lele doesn't get it either. And yeah, that was against Tapu Koko. We just completely annihilated it with Moonblast in Electric Terrain, as long as it's special. In Psychic Terrain, Psychic just goes bonkers. Here is against Garchomp, and that is a pretty easy calc. I even tested it with a max HP, max special defense, Careful Nature, which is plus special defense, and Moonblast was still an Oko in Psychic Terrain, and with a spread and Life Orb and all that. And Earthquake is not even... It's a 2-hit KOs no matter what. So even after Life Orb damage, unless they get a crit, then you're going to be living, even if you don't Oko it somehow. So, yeah, Psychic Okos. Dazzling Gleam has the chance to Oko in doubles. Yeah, Tapu Lele is bonkers. Next up against Crook, Moonblast destroys it, because even if you run some bulk, like, let me just give it 252. Like, it's still destroying it. Let's give it 252 health. Still destroys it. Let's give it a Careful Nature. Still Okos it. So no matter what, even if it's max HP, max special defense, with a plus special defense nature, Moonblast is still going to Oko. No matter what. So this next calc is against Alolan Marowak. And unless there's Trick Room up, then Psychic will KO. And it will always go first because it's way faster than Marowak. Even if you don't run Brave, let's say you run Adamant, we're still faster, as you can see, 65 to 115. And Psychic does Oko in Psychic Terrain. So, yeah, this is why I like this Tapu Lele set, is because it's just complete beatdowns. You don't have to worry about Bolt because it's going to be faster than a lot of things in the meta right now, besides Tapu Koko, but it can take a bunch of hits from Tapu Koko. So, next up we have Arcanine. Psychic still Okos it with 252 HP and no bulk and special defense and Psychic Terrain, which I think is really impressive. And it can barely even 2-hit KO in return. So yeah, Burn Up, yeah, it's a guaranteed 2-hit KO with this spread and all that, but yeah, that doesn't really matter because we're gonna be Okoing it because we're faster anyway. Actually, we speed tie, which is actually kind of awkward, but you could always win the speed tie and then just hit it. But either way, even if it burns you up first, if it does have Burn Up, then you just Psychic in return and just knock it out. Now this last calc was against Gyarados, which is a really, really difficult Pokemon for Tapu Lele to deal with. Not only because Gyarados is faster, but because Tapu Lele's defense stat is so bad that Gyarados can Oko it. So let's see, we have Waterfall. It's doing a lot. And then with Life Orb, I thought I had a different spread. I'm sorry, but Waterfall is doing a lot of damage, and this doesn't have a chance to Oko. If you miss that 18.7% chance, then they're going to be able to 2-hit KO you because they're going to go first unless you're in Trick Room. So what's going to happen is they Waterfall you. Let's say it gets max roll, you get 80.2%. So let's just say 81%. and then you psychic them, and it doesn't knock out, you take 10% to Life Orb. So now you're at 90, you have 10% HP left, and they're going to outspeed and Waterfall and knock you out, which is really, really bad. So that's the only reason I put Gyarados last, is because it's a really, 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 really weird calculation, and that's in Psychic Train. Even, it's just completely going bonkers. Now, let's say they run that Spadef stat, they run it in defense. I mean, that'd be kind of awkward, but it's a possibility because his defense is not all high. Well, Psychic still doesn't have the 100% chance to OHKO. It is only 87.5, which is, don't get me wrong, it's a fairly high percent chance that you are going to OHKO, but then there's always that 12.5% chance that you're not. So, yeah, it's really, really worrisome. So, next set, sorry, my hotbar showed up. We have Scarf, which is basically just, it's faster than Timid Tapu Koko without Scarf. And even without Timid, I think, you can still run Modest. Yeah, you can still run Modest and still outspeed Tapu Koko Timid without Scarf, and then Psychic it, or Moonblast it, whatever you feel fit. That's the Psychic Train, and then Moonblast. If you're just going to Moonblast everything, feel free. But, yeah. The bulky set was leftovers. I put HP Ground there because it's really good against Poison and Steel types. And Steel types usually have better physical defense and not special defense. I'll show you about Celestia. Celestia is just a complete counter to this Pokemon. So that's why this Pokemon right here is able to deal with it because of some stuff. And then this complete Glass Cannon set, it's a Focus Sash and HP Ground, Moonblast, Psychic, and Protect. And it's also Timid, so but it's not outspeeding Tapu Koko, which kind of sucks. Which is why I call it Glass Cannon. I would not recommend this set at all. I just kind of made it for the funsies. But yeah, other than that, not very good. So now we're on to potential team partners. First off, we have Crocodile. The reason I put this here is because it covers your types that you're weak to. And it Tapu Lele kind of complements Crocodile's ability to Intimidate, because Tapu Lele has really bad physical defense, and Intimidate lowering the physical attack is really, really good. That's also why Arcanine's right here, because it has Intimidate. And these are just some of the example moves that I would run on a Crocodile or an Arcanine that are offensive, of course. I'd always run the Protect in that 4 slot if I were to run all 3 of these. And you can always be flexible with item. But this is kind of the way to beat Celestia with either Wild Charge or Flamethrower. I'd recommend Wild Charge if you're going to run a physical set. And if you run, like, I don't know, Flare Blitz, possibly, because that does a lot of damage. I'm not going to calc Arcanine right now, but, yeah, I just know there's going to do a lot of damage to Celestia, because Celestia doesn't really run physical defense. It runs mainly special defense, I believe. I run mine physically defensive for situations like this, but other than that, yeah, I would definitely look out for Celestia, add some Pokemon on your team to counter it if you're running Tapu Lele, because Celestia is actually really, really prominent in the meta right now. So, yeah. Another Pokemon that I could possibly put on this team that would be really good is Gyarados itself, because it has Intimidate, and it's pretty good because it learns Earthquake, which is good against, Steel and Poison, and it can also get Crunch, all that to deal with Ghost types. So that's just type synergy, and then Intimidate's also good for the physical defense weakness on Tapu Lele. So yeah, hope you enjoyed my guide on Tapu Lele. I really am trying hard to push out daily guides as of now, since I'm kind of on a break from school. And otherwise, I'm still going to be posting every day either a guide or some battles with a team that I've made, or just something to kind of reflect the VGC meta. So yeah, if you enjoyed this video, make sure to hit the like button, hit subscribe, comment some positive feedback, or you can comment what you want me to do next. Other than that, I really hope you all enjoyed, and I'll see you all next time. Peace out, trainers.